Right, we're recording. Welcome to rehearsal number 7, whatever it is. We're going to look at Cantilena. As I was saying before, this is a classical style of singing. If you've listened to the YouTube recording, I hope you have. That's the sort of thing you can do at home so that we're aware of the melody and where it all follows. I think we did this last time we looked at this song. So what I think I'd like to do tonight is just take us through the parts quickly so that we all know what we're doing, and then we'll have a sing through it. And we'll stop if we come to some tricky bits. There are some little interesting accidentals and so on in Cantilena. I don't want you to worry about the pronunciation. I want you to just give it a go. I have found a pronunciation guide to Portuguese, but I've been on holidays, so I haven't yet gone through it myself, and I'd like to go through it with a speaker of the language if I can, or at least with a linguist, so that would be Yaz or Marjorie, before I present it to the choir. So today, just sing with the words what you think they might be, and they're very tiny as well, so we'll have to do some work on the text at another time. Okay, so we're going to go for about 15, 20 minutes at the most, maybe less. We'll see how we go. Okay, let's begin with the altos. The rest of you can sing your part along if you like, but I'm going to be playing the alto part. So that's the bass, tenor, alto, soprano, and alto. Okay, and I think I'll play the alto and the bass part, and the rest of you can sing along, and then we'll go back and we'll do the soprano and the tenor. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3. Oh dear, Margot. Let's start that again. It's in D minor, not D major. 1 and 2 and 3. Margot, start again. I'm not in work mode yet. I do apologise. I'm still on holidays. Let's start again. 1 and 2 and 3. Questions? Altos, you do need to watch on the page turn going into bar 6, but you've got from bar 5, and then, so can you just isolate that and make that a little phrase that you'll practice? We'll do it now from the end of bar 4, so from there, 2 and 3. Okay, and then the rest is easy. Going on. Oh no, there's a typo in the score. Basses, that should be an F sharp, not a G sharp in bar 11. So let's do that again, the run up to bar 9. Just altos and basses, 2 and 3. Stopping point there. Okay, so you've got almost the same part on the repeat. You've just got a couple of differences. All okay? All okay.
A question.
Yeah.
What is with the large X on bar 4? Are we just not seeing that, or?
That's somebody else's. I don't know what that is.
I think the person must have been an alto.
That person was an alto. That was Evia. See
Yeah.
the names up the top. I don't know why that note's been crossed out, but it doesn't look as if.
It'll provide tension against the basses.
Yeah. No, it should be in, and it's a G quaver. So
Okay.
that's in. G quaver. In.
Is it a quaver?
Yeah, it has to. Oh no, watch it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a crotchet. Thanks. I'll just fix that. Crotchet. Thanks for spotting that.
It's an exclamation. It looks like ah no.
Yes, I think looking at the text, cantos alicaídos añao. Looking at the text.
It's in my.
Yes, it's ah.
Yeah.
AH with an exclamation mark.
Yes, I do.
AH with an exclamation mark.
My stationery drawers.
Not AE, it's ah.
No, you won't get my.
Okay. Let's take the sopranos and the tenors. I'll be worse at playing this than I was at the other. But never mind. Let's don't worry about that. Okay, tenor, bass. You can sing along. We've got a soprano, tenor, bass section over there at Gary's place. So the three of you can just sing along if you like. Okay. There's the tenor. There's the soprano from the top. 3, 4. Okay, turn the page. Next bar, 6. Okay, so Sops, you've got an interesting little thing from 6. So just if you could circle that little passage from the E flat, the 3 last notes of 6 and the first 2 of 7. I'm sure you can hear that and you can do it, but I want you to practice it with your voice because it needs to be really accurate. And then, Sops, can we just practice that from bar 5, please? Just sopranos, 3, 4. La 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 I just thought it might make more sense just to do la 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 at the moment. Yeah, Rod agrees. Let's do that. You probably are anyway. I can't tell. You could be singing Queen for all I know. Okay. So Sops, you've also got in 5. You've got the da 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 rest, and we need that little space. So circle the rest there too. Okay. Let's do from 5 again, sopranos, just on la. 3, 4. La 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 Okay with that? It's a little bit to practice at home. And then let's go again. Let's just do Sops again, the Sops from 9, okay? Just sopranos. Which is pretty much the same, different set of words, but let's do it anyway from 9. 3, 4. La 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 la. So we do need to get that. Okay, let's try it again. 9, 3, 4. La 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 la. Alto. Beautiful. That was just lovely. Now let's have all the men singing the tenor part from the beginning. And what we need here, now actually let's have basses singing the bass part and tenors singing the tenor part. But because we only have 4 men in the choir at the moment, you're all going to need to be prepared to cover for each other. So just be aware of that. Okay, tenor and bass. And of course everyone else can sing along if you wish. Just that I can't play it. Okay. 3. Oh, okay, why don't we all sing? We all sing, but I'll play tenor and bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Any questions, any worries there? Good, let's go on. So the run into 9. Okay, there's a bass tenor, soprano, starting with the altos, 2, 3. Stop there. Very special little moment there for tenor on o canto. Must be 100% accurate, those semitones. So I just want to point out the rhythm in bar 13. This is for tenor. The 13 and 4, where you've got the da 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 da. So we just need to, oh actually it's 12 and 13, sorry, and it's 4 and 5. So let's do 12 and 13. Okay. So here's your note. 3, 4. Going on, tenor and bass. So you've got a crossing of parts there. Let's just look at the tenor. That kind of a line, we need it to sound smooth and belonging to one voice and not as if it's sort of leaping all over the place. So it's worth practicing when you have a line like that, worth practicing with your voice, and sopranos get it later. The sopranos in 18 going into 19, 20, you have so again, when you've got those kind of lines, even if you know the notes really, really accurately, your voice has got to know where it's going well before it gets there. You know, if you're a violinist, you've got to know where your fingers are going to be and which string you're going to be on. If it's a clarinet, you've got to know what shape your embouchure is going to be, where your fingers are going to be, and how you're going to make that smooth. The same with the voice. Your vocal cords are changing tension and length, and the shape inside your mouth is changing, and all of that has got to be second nature. So you need to practice those lines, those leapy bits, so they don't sound like leapy bits. Okay, so let's go from tenor and bass again, the run up to 17. So you've got, okay.
Margot,
Yep.
can we start at the beginning of that bar, please?
Yes, okay, we'll start at the beginning of 16. But meanwhile, basses, you're just singing a nice, nice and smooth, but with just a little use the consonant. If it's la, the L, if once the words, the consonant, just to give a little impetus to each note, but keep it super, super legato. So we'll go from the beginning of 15 for tenor and bass. Okay, 3, 4. the page turn and parts going over. So let's pick up that again from 19, tenor and bass. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Oh, sorry. Damn, that's the bass's wonderful moment. Let's go straight from 24 again. And you've got this. Okay, ready? Bass, tenor, 24, 3, 4. Try that again, fumble fingers. 3, 4. I can't play it. Let's separate that out, okay? Basses, please, from 24. 3, 4. Oh, that's an unexpected change. And then B natural. And we will be pulling back the tempo in the moving into 33 and do those pauses and then and so on. So let's look now at the tenors from the same place, 24. Okay, and I'll play a bit of bass with that as well. But tenors from 24, 3, 4. Altos and sopranos. Okay, are you happy with that? Is okay? Is okay. Okay. How are we going for time? Oh, we're doing good. Okay. Then we just have the last little bit, which I think there's nothing new in the last little bit. So let's take sopranos and altos, going back to, we stopped at 16, so let's go into 17, 18, 17, sopranos and altos. Okay, 3, 4. Okay, let's separate that out. Sopranos, and then 19. You might want to circle the G, the second last note of bar 19, so we get that. And you might want to, that's kind of what's going on, and the rest is just adding to. Does that help? Hear it like that? Yeah, good. So that's a little one to practice because we don't want it to sound as if it's leaping all over the place. Altos from 18, you've got your and just keeps doing it. And that takes us to an end of the section. So let's try soprano and alto again from 17. See if I can play it this time. 3, 4. Section, let's go on. So basses have their moment. There'll be cellos there, sopranos and altos, and I'll give you the bass as well from 28, 26, 3, 4. Sops, altos, you need to go quite high there. Let's look at altos from 30. We've got and then take a nice breath and just enjoy it. We could swap the parts over, but if you altos feel you can sing up there, it would be nice not to do that. The other one way you do it would be da, 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 da. But it's nice to give that to you. You think you can do it? Is it all right? Learn it as it's written. We can always swap a couple of people over if the higher altos do it and the lower altos sing with the sops, and then a couple of the sops sing with the altos. So we'll see how it goes when we're all together. Okay. So let's go from 30, the two parts, alto, soprano, 3, 4. Okay, let's all sing from the next bit to the end, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Breath and you okay with the ending, the last 2 or 3 bars? Okay, so again, sops you've got in 39 after you've sung an alto sing, then you've got to get the E flat with the altos, and then you stay on that note. Those 2 notes are a lot closer than you think. They're just either side of that one. And then altos you have from 38. And you need to listen to sops there. So if you could circle the sops A flat and the altos A flat, put a line between them so you're aware that the 2 belong together. Okay. Shall we leave that one? Any questions about this one? Okay. I'll stop recording.